I kid you not. This is the update post that they have put in their forum. There's no point trying to make any sense of it because I'm scrolling as fast as I possibly can, and I'm about to finally hit the top because that's right, Duviri Paradox update 33 for Warframe is finally live. That's right, it's winter 2022. Oh no, wait, it's April 26th of 2023. Yeah, they're a little bit late with this. Upon logging in, you will basically be given the chance to choose which way you want to go. On the left, we have the Warframe path, and this is going to go to Warframe as Warframe was prior to this update, and you'll basically start with the Awakening quest into Vor's quest and so forth and so forth. If you choose the right-hand path, the Paradox path, however, it is, as they put, a road less travelled. It will throw you instantly into Duviri Paradox content. This is basically more for new players, so new players when they start have a choice. They can go the Warframe path and play the game as it was prior, or choose the Duviri path, the Paradox path. But upon completing the Duviri quest, because there is a new quest for this, they will in fact be able to jump into the rest of the Warframe content. It's not locking it. You don't have to complete Duviri before you do everything else, just the quest, then you can move on to Warframe as it is, but in Duviri, you can actually now earn Warframes, and I'd love to kind of demonstrate this, but sadly the entire content of this update is going to be hidden behind this door that is basically going to be locked until you have completed the Duviri quest. But once you have, and you go through that door, you're going to have, first off, there are 5 different moods of the leader, the guy in charge, and you can see from the example, it's the envy spiral, and it's going to determine what the Duviri looks like, but there are 3 different mission modes in it. The circuit is going to be based on Warframe combat. It will be within the undercoat, which is basically the cave system underneath Duviri. And it's all going to be Warframe based content. Duviri experience in the middle is, well, that is the open world, but you will be playing as the Drifter with, I still don't know if we're actually going to see a Warframe in that, or if it is just Duviri, because it just says allows the Tenno to experience everything that Duviri has to offer, which is in the Duviri experience, which they did demonstrate you can actually get to the circuit from within the Duviri experience as well. However you play it, you are going to enter Teshin's cave here, Teshin being the mysterious character on the right, and you're going to have a choice of eventually 5 different frames you can use. In this picture it's just the 3. But once you use the new intrinsic system, you can increase that to 5. If you have frames, you will have 5 of your frames that will be available for Duviri content. And if you don't own any Warframes, you will be able to loan Warframes and mods and weapons to be able to still play all the Duviri stuff. And if you are new to Warframe, this is going to be possibly one of the best ways to do this, because you're going to be able to learn Warframes before you actually build them and get a hold of them before you can actually build them. You don't get to keep them, you are borrowing them if you don't own them. Or if you have had them and sold them, you still have to kind of borrow one from Teshin's cave. But it's going to be the loadout. You will get to customize your Drifter intrinsics, your Drifter melee weapons, the cave. There are Cathe packs that, well, we have the actual Cathe and what it will look like, and an armor pack that goes with it that brings, why they wouldn't just show, well, they did show it on the actual, no they didn't, because it's missing the helmet. Oh, it's not, it is on there, and it's coloured to the Cathe. No, you did not mishear me there, we are in fact having a new intrinsic system, and it is for the Drifter, and, well, it's interesting to see how this is going to work out, but you basically gain intrinsic points from doing basically everything and anything. The circuit seems to be a pretty decent way to get it. From what they demonstrated, they had earned quite a few, because we don't know exactly what number there's going to be from this, but yeah. Riding looks like it's going to be cave based. opportunity is decree based. It's the Drifter's best luck system. The Drifter power system is going to be endurance, and the Drifter's fighting skill is going to be under combat. So I'm really looking forward to delving into this system a lot more, especially since it's within here we can actually kind of increase the amount of frames that we can get. And annoyingly enough, it seems to be under opportunity that you increase how many frames you can have, and weapons, because you can increase the weapons. I believe it's rank 2 of opportunity that gets you 2 additional weapons within Teshin's cave. As the music mysteriously starts to play in the background because my game has finally actually updated, but the Drifter will actually have melee weapons in here. There is Sun and Moon. The Siam will get more into these soon because technically it says 4. You can see 4, but Sun and Moon isn't included in this. There's actually 5. Sun and Moon, Siam, the Azathon, the Edu, and the Samportus. Yep. Butchered all those names. Very nicely butchered all those names. But all of these can be used for your Warframe. Oh wait, that would be the 4 melee weapons. Okay. So the 4 melee weapons mentioned earlier that you can actually earn inside of the Duviri paradox, well, inside of Duviri, can actually be bought separately. That would be a Nakana. Because it is a... Okay. I'm sorry. Sun and Moon versus a single-handed Nakana. Sun and Moon win. A two-handed Nakana by the looks of it. Ooh. It's about time we got a new one of these. I was really hoping these were going to be Incarnon weapons. Doesn't really say if they are. These can be equipped by the Drifter, by the way. A pole arm. The Edun. I'm actually liking these, and the stats aren't too bad. Maybe. I wish Sun and Moon could be seen here, that's for sure. And then, the one I'm actually kind of looking forward to, a giant hammer. 3-hour quest, so be warned on that. There is the new Incarnon Genesis. Oh, I'm looking forward to that a lot. But it can only be obtained from the Steel Path. On the Steel Path circuit, that is the Steel Path version of the circuit missions, you're going to be able to choose between working your way towards one of these Incarnons. This isn't it. This isn't the total list of Incarnon weapons. It is huge. Basically, it looks like it's going to be on a 6-week cycle. Week 1 being the Bratton Lato scanner and such, then the bow, yeah, you can basically see them here, and what they have demonstrated there will be week 4. So it changes every week on a 6-week cycle, and I'm hoping you can get more than one in a week. Otherwise, this is going to take a long time. But that's 30 new Incarnon weapons that are also being added to this update. They are okay, I will admit, yes, they're not new weapons. They are older weapons that you can Incarnon and make better, but they are all weapons that were amazing when they came out, but didn't stay amazing for very long. The Mitre was a great weapon when it came out, as was the Torrid. The only thing that I could honestly say about this that is missing is the Arid isn't on this list. The Arid should have been high on the list of weapons to get Incarnoned, because that was the best pistol, the best secondary for a long time. And it's not even on this list. That's a bit of a shame, if you ask me. Wisp's Deluxe is here. And I do like the look of this, but at the same time, I'm still torn about these legs and the Sandana. They kind of pixelate off into nothingness. But the Fullman skin, all can be forgiven. I love the Fullman, it's a great weapon. Having a skin for it is great, but let's not sugarcoat this, shall we not? Wisp's Deluxe has finally turned up, but in little over under 2 months, actually about a month and a half, Wisp Prime is supposed to be coming with the Fullman Prime. So this is kind of well timed. You may want to start saving for this because it's going to be worth picking up. Whereas Baruch's, his prime's already out, and I did like this when they showed it off. Yeah, this only goes well on Baruch. But I love the kind of Warframe symbols going on here. The sparring skin for sparring weapons. It's not specific to one weapon. It's for any hand and foot sparring melee weapon. But Baruch's actual... yeah. I like that. With the extra arms. I mean, to be fair, if you follow the muscle strands and everything else, there's pretty much nothing attaching the hands to the rest of the arms, but let's not read too much into this because his normal arms are exactly the same. Giant holes through them. So not only can you get these from within Duviri, but you can also get them here, but you cannot buy them or make them in the foundry unless they are from Duviri. You have to play Duviri to get these or buy them from the marketplace, sadly. This, I'm surprised they did a sword and shield skin. I like the sword, not too fond of the shield. It's this that has me a little bit more intrigued. The Cinta, something that was kind of unexpected. With the new war came a bow that basically annihilated all other weapons. I avoided using it so they don't nerf the living bananas out of it. They've kind of done this anyway, but they've added another bow that does quite a lot of damage. But sadly, I'm guessing this is also within Duviri because there's no option for saying where, or it telling you where the blueprint for this is, which is a damn shame because it would have been really nice to see where this comes from. It'd also be really nice to see the Duviri with a bow. You Drifter with a bow. Face tats. This also looks straight up weird. The Drifter, who also seems to be wearing a... I wouldn't really say that was a hunter mask, but not far from it. Would have been nice if it was wearing the Duviri mask. But all of this is going to basically start with you having to come here, have your frame. Yeah, I wish I had have known this was a thing before I started recording any of this, because, yeah. Hi Teshin, where have you been? Right, where are they? Where's Sun and Moon? Give me Sun and Moon right now. This is not something I'm supposed to be able to do, but I've done it anyway. What's in here? Oh, I'm guessing this will be the stable where your cave is, so this will be the area you have to see your cave. I have no idea, like everybody else. I am just launching the game. This is actually... this is the Zariman. This isn't the cave. This is the Zariman. See? Zariman. This will be where you go after picking your frames. You can pick up weapons that are going to be in these all the way along and over here. And to enter Duviri is through a portal that will appear here. And I'm not going to lie, it is getting frustrating with all of the images and everything they have provided to actually find an image of this portal lit up. But the decrees, the decree system. Yes, this is the decree system. The longer you play Duviri for, the more decrees you can earn, the stronger you will become as a drifter, because you can choose one of these after basically every mission. Everything you do, you will get to earn a decree, and you can... they stack. I believe they said it was about 120 of these you can choose, choosing one of 3 at a time. But I'm literally scanning over this looking for the max number, and they haven't listed one. I don't think they're expecting, well, you can see them from the pause menu, people to actually kind of... wow, that's a lot of decrees. Whoa. Choose wisely. I will just put it that way. But there we go. That portal. That portal will appear right there, and you can enter Duviri from here. There is... well, we saw it when we came in. Or I seen it when we came in somewhere. Where were you? There it was. You can modify your drifter here. More importantly than that, it's a working mirror. Watch. Warframe leave. No. Wrong button. Operator enter. Hello. And it works. The mirrors actually work. There is a few surfaces that should have reflections in them in the Warframe that have never worked. We actually have a working one here, because your drifter will be able to come here and modify how they look. And you will be able to see 2 Warframes instead of 1. Look how nice that looks. Imagine Frost and a Frost. Oh wait, you can. It's called Spectres. Also, could you put that away, please? Thank you. Not sure what this bit's going to be for. But there is so many things that are going to take place in this cave. It's not even funny. There are hidden items throughout Duviri that you are going to be able to place back. Oh, this is where the melees are going to be. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 melee weapons. It would seem something is missing. Because the spacing between all of those, there should be another weapon here. And you can actually take them here and do something really weird with them. Oh, we'll just do this instead. You can shoot this thing and it'll come up with damage numbers on it. Or it should, but it's not the way we're in here. Side objectives look fun, but mostly fishing. This is fishing, or as they put it, more fishing. You kind of take control of a fish, and you go around eating other fish. That is how you will gain fish in this. Fishing is still there, yes, but it no longer consists of fishing. It's kind of a mini game where you can swim around and fish, which I like that. I kind of like that a lot. Also, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. It wasn't supposed to click on it. We're back work. We may cover Komi a little bit more in the future, this little mini game, that's the board game from there. I was a little bit more intrigued on the character sitting here than I was anything else to do with this little mini game. Oh, there is so much involved in this, it's not even funny. Exploring the Duviri landscape is going to be very important because, well, you're going to find fragments, the lost island fragments of Duviri. And then you kind of take these and put them in that machine I was trying to find in the cave and couldn't find. What will come of it? Well, I'm assuming certain intrinsic points, because it says 5 times intrinsic points for collecting it. Yeah, that would be nice if it was 5 times what you had. So if you have 100 before leaving and then find one of those, boom! You basically maxed out one of the trees, because then you do it stupidly quickly. But turning around and saying 5 times drifter intrinsics probably means each one of these is worth 5 drifter intrinsic points. But there is a new way of earning frames from Warframe. By entering the circuit, you can make a choice of what path you want to take. And it basically means once you are on that path, you're going to be able to earn the parts to eventually build Excalibur, Trinity, Ember. There's possibly more in there than this. Yep. Loki, Mag, Rhino, Ash, Frost, Nyx can all be earned by playing the circuit. Problem is, if you have them, you pretty much have no reason to play the circuit other than cleverly they've kind of thrown some augments, some mods in there. Arcanes are in there. I don't see the point in that, to be honest. But yeah, it looks like the circuit is going to be quite a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to getting a hold of some of these, the Genesis devices to turn old weapons into newer weapons, because that's just going to be insane. Circuit progress is good. It's an endless mode, so you're going to be able to continue or extract. And I would go on about this more and more, but as mentioned probably 10 minutes ago now, this video is already way too long, so all we're going to kind of say from here on is there's quite a lot of changes, a ton of optimizations, and the fixed list is also really, really long. But so is the list of known issues. The normal heck in Teshin's cave instead of the Kuva or Vekor variants. So there is still some issues that they are aware of that obviously they are trying to fix. The 2 Kuva attendant weapons do not... Oh, that sucks. Oh well, they will probably have that fixed eventually. But there is so much more that is inside of this that I can't even mention because it's inside of Duviri, and spoilers is all I'm really going to say here. But yeah, they kind of showed off 3 caves, but there's 2. There's 4 packs, 4 different packs. The different spirals depends upon Dominus Thrax's emotional status, and there's basically 5 of them, as mentioned earlier. But they are joy, anger, envy, sorrow, and fear. This will determine the elemental damage that the enemies are doing, and the frames that you are able to actually take in. I should mention, the frames you can take in will change depending on what his mood is. It's kind of a random thing, but yeah. Joy will do void damage, anger will do heat damage, envy will do toxin damage, sorrow will do cold damage, fear will do electrical damage. And these will be the damages the enemy's basically doing to you. And we're all, well, I'm kind of forgetting the major one here. That would be, you can finally take on the SOOOOO worm. The giant void worm that has been flying around, we can finally take down and actually deal with. But, as forementioned, way too much in this to keep going on and on about this. I'm looking forward to this, but first, I kind of have the same thing a lot of other people have. We have to click on, well, actually just quests, and it should be instantly available for everybody, assuming it appears. Don't you dare start. I was gonna say, I haven't clicked begin. Entering Duviri and completing the quest will be the first move you have to do. So for now, we'll leave this off here as I jump into that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.